So monochrome display can be operated in the 23 kilovolt accelerating voltage. Here it will be achieving the resolution. Resolution is nothing but the efficient of producing the output image is 200 lines per inch. So CRT, color CRT can be used in modern transport such as MD80, MD11, B757, A340, and in also business aircraft such as Cessna Starship. Okay, so the to limited extent they are beginning to be used in the military aircraft system also, like F-15E Eurofighter aircraft, Dassault Rafale. Okay, so the military applications of color CRT are made possibly by the development of a rugged design. Okay, and also the vibration isolated. So with these two characteristics, it will be used in military applications also. And then shadow mask CRT can be operated with ambient light level 8000. Okay, which will be giving brightness even though in the sunlight. Okay, without glaring in the high altitudes. I mean, in the highest height of flying aircraft, it can be appear as the brightest screen. So all shadow mask CRT, as the name suggests, will be using a thin metallic mask. So thin metallic mask will be the layer in the arranged electron beam. So CRT is nothing but it is made up of electron beams. Okay. So beam penetration CRT offer an attractive alternative to shadow mask CRT in that they do not require a shadow mask to provide colors. Instead, an electron beam from a single gun excites the Pasper coating, which contains two layers, the outermost layer and innermost layer. So the outermost layer will be red Pasper layer with the energy level less than 10. So this is your shadow mask color CRT. Here you will be having the Pasper dots on the face plate. So three guns, electron guns, which will be emitting the beam. Okay, blue, red, green beam light will be emitted in the shadow mask, okay, which will be producing the image. So it has to follow through the metal shadow mask, and then only it will be reaching the Pasper dots to display the image. So for different colors, the luminance value is given here in the table. Here beam indexing technology CRT will be very attractive, which will be simple in design. And then here this type of CRT will be maximum used in the cockpit of aircraft system, and also in used in the portable television. Okay, in the television also you are using the beam indexing technology CRT only. Here they use stroke and raster method of generating the image on CRT. So here it has some advantages and disadvantages. So stroke generation of the image is an adaptation method which is used in the oscilloscope to generate the trace of ray. So here the electron beam is deflected to produce a symbol-like waveform on an oscilloscope. Okay, symbol-like it will be resembling in the oscilloscope image. So stroke has several major advantages which will be including the softness and brightness. And then improved brightness is achieved using a slower writing speed, that is velocity across your CRT phase have to be maintained. Okay, then because of this relatively high brightness, stroke generated image find extensive use in head up and helmet mounted display CRT. Okay, head up and helmet mounted display is nothing but which will be used in the cockpit of aircraft system. Okay, then another one type method is raster type. Okay, first one stroke type, second one raster type method of CRT will have attractive features compared to your stroke generated display. Here raster type display uh, is used in the area where electronic attitude display indicator is required. Okay, so one color will be representing the sky and another color will represent the ground in the electronic attitude. Okay, so raster is well suited on overlapping display element where a symbol must appear to be in front of the background and not blended in. So disadvantages பார்த்தீங்கன்னா jaggis. Okay, so jaggis is nothing but line in an image crossing the raster line, that is said to be jaggis. Okay, so line will be appeared or crossing the image, that will be called as jaggis, will be happened in the raster type of method. So on both this method the designer may select the type of display how to be used, which is best method to select is depend on the designer of aircraft system. Sometimes designer may select the hybrid approach also. Hybrid means both the features will be mingled in a single device. Okay, so these are the CRT. The next we go for MFK. So MFK is nothing but multifunction keyboard. So what is multifunction keyboard? So a single key may do the multifunction. Okay, one or two functions will be done by a same key. That is said to be multifunction keyboard. So as the cockpit of modern aircraft system have more controls jammed into them, so multifunction keyboard will be the solution, attractive solution for the space problem, where a single panel of switch will perform a variety of functions depending on the phase of mission or keyboard menu selected. So based on the selection of key in the keyboard, you will be doing the multi performance. Okay, the same key will be doing two or more process. It is said to be multifunction keyboard. So multifunction keyboard can be implemented in several ways. The first two way are LED or LCD panel, which will be located in the central part. So design using LED have arrays. So LED will be arranged in arrays. Maximum it will be in the range of 5 rows of 3 switches to 7 rows of 5 switches. So here you will be using standard size push button switches with the legend built into the surface of the switch. This legend are generated by small array of matrix addressable LED in the switch cover. So color can be used if desired. So you can use this colors, different colors for the LED for multifunctions. So the legends are changed by the user or automatically by the aircraft on the mission. Phase changes. So once the top level function of the keyboard has been established for a given mission phase or menu, the legend may change as the keyboard is subsequently used in secondary function or submenu. So legend will play the will be acting as a key to the multitask. Okay, that legend will be switching over from one task to another task. Okay, based on your mission message receiving from the machine, it will be acting. So next LCD MFK. So MFK designed using LCD panel is a, will be having a continuous smooth surface with the individual switch function and area established by the matrix addressed LCD. So there you will be using the LED light for switching over the legend from one task to another task. But here you are going to use the LCD. Here legends will not be used. Instead of that, you will be having a smooth surface, continuous smooth surface. For example, they given to enter a numerical value by pressing the surface of LCD panel in the area where a portion of the curve is displayed rather than entering a numerical value by using a keyboard. So instead of entering the numerical value, here you will be just pressing the surface. Okay, which will be showing the curve in the display device instead of displaying the numerical value. So LCD display will be somewhat difficult in using a dark place. So CRT display also have the capability to serve as the MFK. So CRT display will be acting as a multifunctional keyboard in some cases. So, like the solid state display technique above, there are two ways of accomplishing this. The most common way for a CRT face to contain function label correlated with the adjacent switches mounted in the bezel surrounding the CRT. Of course, it is very easy through software to change the switch function and associated label on the CRT. So if you want to work the CRT display as a multifunctional keyboard, then you will be implementing some software to accompany that multifunctionality with the CRT. Okay, so based on that, it will be working as a keyboard, multifunctional keyboard. So the second method of using the MFK on a CRT is to overlay the CRT face on a touch sensitive screen. So you are going to implement the CRT face in the touch sensitive screen. Okay, so on implementing that, you will be having different legends on it. Okay, so using that legend, you will be doing the multifunctionality by touching the panel that is sensitive screen, which is which will be holding the CRT face. So the major important point in the MFK system is you have to observe the correct input in the input device. Okay, whether the proper characters are entered or not, that will be observed properly. That is the best. This the important characteristics of the MFK. Okay, that's all.